What's going on, everybody? I am that driving guy, and my office gets me where I'm going. If this is your first time and you get some value from these videos, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell, and hit all. That way you're notified every time I drop a video. So in this video, I want to talk a little bit about the hidden tips on some of these orders. Now, before, it used to be a little easier to find or to pick the right orders to find hidden tips in. A big thing, and I did a video about this a while back, a big thing that I used to look at, sirens in the background. So this is all day, fire trucks, ambulances, police, sirens all the time. But I used to look at the number of items. That was a big sign for me, a big signal that the order was going to be more than what the guaranteed amount showed, and there would be a hidden tip involved with that. But Doordash has changed up the game now. They're making it a little bit more trickier to find these particular orders that have hidden tips. Now, two things have happened that I want to talk about. The first thing that happened to me, I don't have a picture. I do have a picture of the second order that I took that turned out to be more, but I want to talk about the one that didn't. So the order, it said that it was a catering order when I accepted it. Now, this is another sign that I used to use in order to let me know that it was going to be more than it actually showed. So the order said catering. It was for about $10.25, something like that, something along those lines. So it was something that I normally would accept anyway. But of course, since it said catering, I jumped on it really quick, because usually when I take a catering order, it turns out to be more than what it shows. So I took this particular order. I looked at the total amount of the order. It was $100 and some, close to $200 actually. Which really got me hyped, because I just knew it was going to be a nice tip involved with that. I get the order, I deliver the order, I complete the delivery. It turned out to be exactly what it showed, just the $10 and some change. No tip. So I wasn't mad, because I did accept the order for the guaranteed amount, and it was enough for me. But it was not a usual order. It did not have the same signs to let me know that there was a hidden tip or not going to be a tip. Actually, it showed that it was going to be a tip. At least in my mind, I'm thinking, this is definitely going to have a tip, because it's a catering order. It has the right amount of items, and the total amount was high. Didn't turn out that way. If that's ever happened to you, drop it in the comments, let me know. Now, this second order that I took, not the same day, but I just actually recently took this order. It showed $8, right? Only 2 items. Now, I only needed $20 more to hit my goal for that day. So I was just really looking for 2 good $10 orders that I can, do them real quick and be done with my day. But this particular order came in only for $8. Now, $8 was still a good amount for me reaching my goal. It just meant that maybe I would have had to take in a couple of more orders just to hit my goal for that day. So at first, I really wasn't going to take this order, because I just knew it was just going to be the $8. It was only 2 items. The mileage was, low, and it showed $8. So I just knew it was only going to be $8, but I had a feeling it was something, and I don't know what it was. It was something about this particular order that, made me accept it. So I accepted the order. The first thing that I did as soon as I accepted the order was I went straight to the total amount. I wanted to see how much this order was. So when I accepted it, I looked, I saw the items, and noticed it was actually a catering order. It didn't say catering, and it didn't have all of the items separated it just showed the 2 items, and it ended up being a larger item or larger items inside of the 2 items, which I've hardly ever seen before. Actually, this may have been the first time that I accepted an order like this. It only showed the 2, only showed 8 items, but it was well over $100. Now, when I went to pick the order up, it was a big catering order. I waited for a little bit, and I finally got the order. And actually, when I got there, they hadn't even started the order yet. So I ended up waiting a good, I don't know, 15 minutes, maybe like 10, 15 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. But I waited for the order, I got the order, and I delivered the order. Now, I don't have the total amount of what it was that I received, but I'll tell you that it was close to $20 total. So it only showed 8. I believe it came to like $18 is what I had in total, is what I received with the tip for this particular order. It might have even been more, actually. It might have been $26 actually total that I received, because I know Doordash only paid $3 for that order, and the customer tipped like over $20. So yeah, it was over $20 that the customer tipped. Because I'm just thinking back to it, it was over $20 that the customer tipped. But DoorDash only paid $3. And like I said, this was not an order that I would usually have accepted. It didn't have any of the signs to let me know that there was going to be a hidden tip. So DoorDash is getting trickier with the way that they send these orders. Not all catering orders are turning out to be more than what they show, and some orders that don't show catering, don't have a high number of items, are turning out to be much more than what they usually are. So this is something new. I still have not figured out what it is that we can look for to find these particular orders, if anything at all. Like I said, for me, it was just a feeling that I got that kind of just drew me to this particular order. If this has ever happened to you, if you've ever accepted a catering order and it turned out not to be more, or if you've ever taken one of these orders that showed a low amount but turned out to be a whole lot more, definitely drop it in the comments. If you know of anything that you noticed that you can look for to find these orders, definitely drop it in the comments, because I want to let everybody know so we can continue to go out here and get this money and pick the best possible orders to reach our goals. Like I said, this is not something that's usual for me, not something that's common, and I haven't figured it out yet. But once I do, I'm definitely going to put y'all on some game and let you know. But yeah, that's what happened to me. I just wanted to make the quick video to let you all know that the same things that applied before, they're not applying now. You know, things are changing up, and things are getting a little different and a little trickier. So pay attention to these orders. And you know, as always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, for watching me. And until next time, I'ma holler.